Good morning, everybody. I hope that we're having a great day and a great start to our week so far. Today's video is going to be all about parallel and perpendicular lines. What are they? How do we write equations for them? And everything like that. So without further ado, let's get to the video.
We're going to be talking about parallel and perpendicular lines. And by the end of this video, I hope that you're able to determine whether lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. And I hope that you're able to write equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. But first off, what is the main difference between parallel and perpendicular lines? Well, the slopes of a parallel line are going to be equal. Our m is going to be the same, whereas for a perpendicular line, the slopes are going to be opposite reciprocals. Remember, reciprocal essentially means, when we've been talking about it in the past, that we've been making our numerator our denominator, and our denominator our numerator, essentially flipping it vertically. And since we have the opposite end now, we need to make it the opposite sign. So for example, if my slope was positive 2, my opposite reciprocal would be negative 1/2. All right. And I just wanted to put in a visual diagram as well of what is parallel and perpendicular. Parallel lines, they never ever intersect. If they have the same slope, they are never ever going to cross, which is great. Whereas perpendicular lines cross exactly at a 90-degree angle. Okay. So let's use this information to try to write some equations for lines. So write in slope-intercept form an equation of the line that goes through 1, -3 and is parallel to y equals 6x minus 2. Well, it looks like I'm going to have a slope and I'm going to have a point, so I should probably use my point-slope formula. So I'm going to have y plus 3 equals my slope. Since it's parallel, I need to look for my slope in my other line. Since it's parallel, I'm going to have the same slope, so it's going to be 6 times x minus 1. And I know you're saying, Mr. Gerber, they're asking for us to write this in slope-intercept form. We're just going to do some work to transform our point-slope form into slope-intercept form. So this is going to be y plus 3 equals 6x minus 6. And that will eventually transfer over to be y equals 6x minus 9. Now let's try this with writing a perpendicular line. So I need to write in slope-intercept form an equation of the line that goes through the point 8, 5 and is perpendicular to y equals negative 4x plus 6. Well, if it's going to be perpendicular, that means I need to look at my slope and I need to make it the opposite reciprocal. The opposite reciprocal of negative 4 is going to be positive 1/4. And now I just need to put this into slope-intercept form, and I'm going to do that through point-slope form. So I'm going to have y minus 5 equals 1/4 x minus 8. So this is going to be y minus 5 equals 1/4 x minus 2, and that will eventually change to be y equals 1/4 x. Let me move some things around here. 1/4 x plus 3. And that's how I would write my perpendicular equation. Okay, final two questions. Determine if the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Again, I'm looking to see, are my slopes going to be the same? Are they going to be the exact opposite reciprocal? Or if they're neither of them, then it's going to be neither. Okay, so I should probably change the equations in A so that way they both are y equals, which really means I need to change my second equation. And I can do that by dividing everything on both sides by 2. So I'm going to have y equals 2x minus 5 and y equals 2x minus 4. But I see here automatically my slope for both of these lines are 2, which means that it's going to be parallel. And then in my last equation, it would be really helpful for me again to write these equations in slope-intercept form in y equals mx plus b form. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to transform these pretty quickly. Equals negative 3x plus 12 So that's going to give me y equals -3/4 x plus 3. And then I'm going to have, let's see, I'm going to have 8x plus 60 equals 6y divided by 6 divided by 6. But I know that 8 divided by 6 is also the same thing as 4 over 3. It's the exact opposite reciprocal. It's the reciprocal of 3/4 because I made my denominator my numerator and my numerator my denominator. And it's the exact opposite because it's going from positive or from negative to positive. So that means that these two lines are perpendicular. And that's all that I have for my video today. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below, or you can message me on Schoology. But until next time, I hope that you have a great day and a great rest of your week.